ability of Slardar is pretty nice as well. And it's going to be a pudge, so that is a 1-roll Venge.
Awesome.
So this aggro try up against Morphling, Skyrath, and Ogre. Individually, you'd say Skyrath, Ogre, very good early game heroes at harassing people and bullying people out, right? But in a tri-lane, they're not really that strong. And they see already, jump forward onto Y, he's dropping low, but X-Nova is going to be the first to fall. Now they go back onto the Oracle, a 1-for-1 trade-off here. Ice, he's going to have to try and cut himself through the trees here to escape. But Arfu, he's got an Orb of Venom. There's Ogre, the Brawler up on the front. Argent has another waveform, and Shadow, he's dropped incredibly low. The stun
nice
comes
block.
out as well. They're going to get the Fortune's End down onto Argent. A couple more hits in. It's not going to tick him over. He's on 10 HP, survives through it. Ice gets himself back and away, but this was a 1-for-1 that could have ended much, much more differently here. Very squishy. One Avatos combo and you can die.
Hook top.
In the blink of an eye as Arfu stunned up as well. Good call there as the rot. Not going to be enough to kill him off. And now the turnaround comes out. Arjet, 2 points in the waveform, throws it down to Shadow. A few clicks in, the stick charge is there, and Shadow will finally fall. Why? With Ice, not able to save their teammates as WG once again come out.
If it's any game to rush a Veil, this is it. Shadow gone on here. In trouble.
He definitely is. Fortune's End's thrown out, but I've still got the movement forward to try and catch him out. Wave of Terror and the stick charge there might buy him a little more time.
Shadow!
He drew through the trees, and Shadows has bought himself enough time. He's going back in, looking for a kill onto Arfu. Where's he going? He's going to go for a stun. He's running back and forth and in and out, and now he's dead. Shadow's found. Will finally die. Tragic. Nana's Tiny down as well. The rotation from Shadow has come at a time that's a little bit awkward for him, but the stun starts off from the Venge. Dream Coil, Kang catches 2, Faith Beyond, the silence is there. They've got the Avatos combo to finish him off as well, and Shadow still trapped in here by the Dream Coil. It will expire. Of heroes, 820 HP, can get nuked down. Nana found himself in a good spot to go, and maybe Y will be that target. Again, Avatos comes in. Simple kills here from WG Unity as they're just finding pickoffs one by one. That's like a guaranteed kill. He's got DD Rune, Avatos, and an Ogre behind him. And now the movement comes in from Ice. He's actually got the hook in. The toss will slow things down, but the sprint with the slider in with the crush, and down goes the Tiny. A great pickup there by Wings. That incursion into the Radiant side of the map. Bit of damage down onto Blink, but the TP rotations were so quick in from Wings that it was never going to amount to anything. Bottom lane though, Dream Coil on, and Shadow, as Vengeful Spirit, we're just speaking about how tanky she can be. She pops the stick charge to turn back onto Kang, and the damage output looks decent, but it's still not enough to kill off the puck, as why Purifying Flames did a lot with the Requiem. Looked fancy. Didn't really do too much. The Razor is back into Arfu's face, but again, it's a 2 for nothing as Wings come out on top in the kill exchange.
Did Warriors think it was just one hero? Oh, Nana's like, oh, hello.
Hello. no sentries, right? There's no reveal. There's amp damage on the slide.
Cautious. There could be a good toss play here. Remember, it's not random anymore. It's wherever you're closest to.
Into the tower. The Crush catches 2, but he is already dead. The fight continues here as the Dream Coil catches a bunch, and now the Mystic Flare dropped onto their heads. The Requiem wound up, but in comes Morphling, takes down a couple, and Wings, you are dropping one by one. An ultra kill for the Morphling, who had absolutely sod all in lane, is suddenly racing himself up the net worth chart, has a bunch of gold.
The amount of damage they're going to be able to output is just ridiculous, and oh, Blink, he's working towards that Shadow Blade, which means
nice
no Dragonlance.
Ice has Dismember and Rot. Nana, stick charges up and TP's out. The Purifying Flames will come through, though. And why make sure that Tiny will not sneakily escape?
Everyone's low, so maybe you're okay with being a little bit more aggressive. But in this case, they just immediately shrine up, and maybe you're not thinking like, oh, they're all full HP and smoking. I mean, they were just all low mid.
Well, they find the Ogre. I think Kang should be okay to orb away as long as he doesn't get hooked by Ice. The swap is there, though. I'll try and finish off Arfu. As Kang's just hiding in the trees, the hook won't land. Another orb in 2 seconds' time. They might have the damage to finish him off. The phase shift there, but Kang is still dead now. They go back in again. Ice still alive. Now they're chasing him down. Argent trying to fight this one through, but Puck dies a second time. Kang, the dieback. It's not looking great for WG as the Lincoln pops out from Argent, but Nana tosses him to safety, back to the catapult, and blinks himself back away. But now they're going to lose a Skyrath Mage as the one-hit kill. Blink with a Shadow Fiend, amp damaged up. The hook won't latch as Morphling waveforms even further to safety, but Wings, they find a fight that they can win, and they win it in style.
The hold of this game, being able to apply their pressure. Instead, it's Wings who are smoking around and grabbing themselves a Roche.
a very quick rush as well. You know, Shadow goes in, 4 points up.
Oh no!
And that wave of terror. Blink Crush will still land even if the hook was blocked out by his own teammate.
Mr. Y here in the Oracle really paving the way for Pudge this game. He's rocking them brown boots and stick.
Oh, maybe they'll find the Venge. No, the Crush comes in. A stun and a Dream Call with Mystic Flare will secure them 1. And looks like 2 there as Ajit picks up a double kill. And they'll look for the tier 2. WG finally get...
2 weeks ago.
So I'm pretty sure like Europe and everywhere else it's like standard to have that stuff like on your car, but in the US and Canada you pay extra for it. Oh,
Yeah,
Puck.
you get it done every year. But...
Kang?
Oh, jeez.
I think he's dead here, no? Good jaunt away. Crush misses with a face shift. Can he blink? No, he can't. Dismember out from Ice Ice will secure it, but in the back, they're looking for Y. Oracle drops, but this Morphling in a spot of bother as Lincoln has popped out. The hook is there, but he's got to replicate back to safety. And TPing more in to try and fight this, it looks like, as Afu.
Ideally, they want to fight at the end of that, of course.
I mean, maybe if they initiate now, Shadow Fiend does take a little bit of work to bring him
Kangaroo
down
has
close
a nice
to 2k
coil.
HP. Concussive shot, the Dream Coil in the back, but Kang, he's been stunned up. Ice Ice looking for the Dismember. They blink in, the Crush, the silence is there. Slaughter doesn't get it off, and now Shadow Fiend looking for this Requiem, but he's dusted up. He cannot get himself into position to Requiem, but it doesn't matter. They've killed off Kang regardless. And WG finds Arjit in the back.
Okay.
Oh, the bash! Faith Bjarn, of course he does. Crush down onto this Morphling as well. The Lincoln's 3 seconds until that's back up and running.
He's
but
like,
it's
I'm
just
outta here, just
buying
guys,
time.
easily.
Arjit can't get back to base, can't get back to his team. That's he
But Wayne's grabbed himself a tower. Nice infusion of cash. Kang
wants in. Dream Call's there again, but a good 2-man crush from Faith Bjarn as they continue the chain stun and the TP out from the Ice Ice Pudge. I'll leave Shadow high and dry. And Tiny will secure it.
Not even a chance to punish with a tower at all.
You could see what WG were doing. Everything was like set up really nicely. It's just that quick snap move from Wings to move forward and force them back. And now the Ogre, the Dream Call's down, but so is this Fat Man. Gone and done. Arjit trying to right click into Ice Ice, but Waveform doesn't do quite enough. With the Adaptive Strike E-Blade combo, it will finally bring down the Pudge, but Kang on the high ground tries to hold his ground. Phase Shift is there, trying to dodge out from some of this damage, and the Dire Courier drops to the SF.
To help deal with that Tiny. And just probably felt pressure to use to make sure he didn't get nuked down or something like that. But 9 seconds more than enough for a Slide Iris. Oh, well, that's going to happen a lot. Prepare to see plenty of those. Poor Y.
I guess that's it. You blink, crush, halberd pop, and then blink dismember, and then you've got enough damage to rip into that Morphling. But Barracks are falling.
We're talking killing here. Look at buildings.
Yeah, they are dropping very quickly. Dismember on the puck as well. Just look at this damage coming as well onto Kang. He yules himself into the air in the back. Meanwhile, they've killed off one Faith Bjarn, dropping low as well. Arjit chases him down, but Blink stands his ground. Requiem wound up. Tiny walks into the midst of it, but Arjit, he's got so much DPS behind him. The Dire Courier dies with like 4k on it, but the toss back into danger. Blink is trapped in the Dream Call. The Shadow Fiend will respawn in a couple of seconds' time, but I don't think he's got an escape away from this one. He's got no Blink, he's got no life, he's got nothing left to give, and will finally die in the arms of WG. They got themselves a melee Raxted Wings, but at what cost? You know, down to Tiny and them getting into the back lines and kind of cutting.
It's a tough call.
Cutting what they were doing. There's the toss. Drag him in,
no
pull him out.
I mean,
Faith
no
Bjarn.
PKB.
That's a big crush, but Vengeful Spirit's dead for a long time. Shadow Fiend tries to get himself into this battle, but just look at Nana. Cancelled out the right clicks with that Fate's Edict, but Arjit, in the meantime, bashed up. The Shrine is popped. They're keeping Ice Ice alive, but Arjit jumps away with the Replicant again. Tier 3's fallen, but this buyback from the SF has to do work. He's popped his BKB as well, trying to get in for an Ogre kill, but it's an Ogre and a Tiny. The final raise will finish him off. And that's a Tier 3 that WG get, as well as a buyback from the Shadow Fiend.
Myself into a butterfly.
Yeah, it's difficult as well to land that Bloodthorn onto the Morphling. Hang on a second. BKB from
That's
Nana.
a gem.
But there's a Dismember. He's actually kept himself alive, but not for long enough. And now look at that damage. Blink stands his ground. 1, 2, 3, just whacking people down. The Pudge hook as well. Clears up 4 members of WG Unity, 2 of which buy back, but I don't think they can re-enter this fight. Kang retreats back with the Lucio, but the Blink crush. No, the Blink gets himself to safety. Kang behind this Tier 2.
Hover around. Both teams still having shrines as well.
They are literally just sitting in the pit. That wave of terror will give them away.
Oh,
That's
Knock
a
Kangaroo
blink
again.
in. Have they got him? There's a good amount disabled. They've killed off one Nana. He's going to be the second. Oh, the dieback. And now the Shadow Fiend just swaggers on forward. The Ogre, that's a replica illusion. That's not what you want to be heading for, but the hook, not going to land. The thing is, though, Roshan is up in 1 minute time.
Against your whole squad.
Look at this swing as well. You know, before that fight bottom, I talked about the lead that WG had. It literally does not exist anymore. And now Ice, well, he's found an Ogre. I think Arfu was busy doing something, I don't know. Because he wasn't moving, he wasn't casting spells, and he definitely wasn't living his life there. Tier 3 drops. Blink just walks on forward, kills off Observer Ward. Faith Beyond's popping Lincoln Spheres. And a second lane of Rack's going to fully fall here. In they go. In they go.
Oh,
WG. WG, what are you going to do about this? Roshan is literally dead already. Cheese on the floor. In comes Tiny. Have a toss onto 3, but I don't know about this. Dream Call's down, but look at him go. 1 is down, and Blink just absolutely slaughters them. The Morphling. We thought he was unkillable. Well, he is now. GG's called. It's freaking over. WG tap out and say, wings, clap, clap, clap. Well done. You executed. Draft. Win.